Hey guys! So we are going to explain to you some differences between the fabrics of the mikvahot. It's kind of hard to explain without you guys feeling them, but we will try our very best. So first of all, there's two shapes. There's square and rectangle. On the square ones, there aren't as many options in terms of what you can do with them, but as you've seen from some of our videos, there are a few varieties. So to start, this is a silk scarf. I'll be honest with you, they don't sit on your head very well, especially as somebody who covers all of my hair. Even with a velvet grip, they slide. I find that people who don't cover all of their hair and like they'll let their real hair lay down, it sits better because it's like on your actual head. But this is, side note though, they are good for using as for the pirate style or to just fold a few times and turn it into a headband. I'll do that over my fall and then wear that on Shabbat. It's like a nicer look. So here I have two other squares. Both got these in Israel. This one is like the standard thin Israeli tichel sort of look. And this one is also a square, but it's slightly textured. And that small amount of texture actually helps keep it on my head. This one stays on way better than this one does. I used the smallest velvet grip for it. Next, I have two thin and sort of narrow rectangles. So this one, you can see a little bit through. I would wear this more in like the summer, and again, I would wrap it as like I do a chatzi with this. I wouldn't be able to do a full, or maybe I would, but it would be very, very small. And so this is like thinner and good for lightweight, but it's also very long still. I don't know, I didn't get this here, so I'm not quite sure how long it is. But because I didn't get it here, it's actually intended to be a scarf. So is this one. This one's not from Israel, and it's also supposed to be a scarf, but I wear this as a chatzi, and you can see through it a little bit. It's very lightweight, and it's very cute, and it doesn't feel like wearing anything on my head. Next, we have the standard Israeli solid color, like those classic textures that you'll see like hanging outside if you're walking on Yafo. This is 200 by 80 centimeters. It's pretty long. It's good for a full, it's a solid amount, and it's like slightly see-through, but nothing crazy. You can see. Yeah, it's a good material. It's light, and this is like the classic style. This is also a rectangle. It's a little bit thicker. You wouldn't know unless you were feeling it. It's like also a different material, but it's 200 by 80. And it's also good for full, but it's like thicker. Like I don't know that I wear this in the summer because it's a little bit gonna be too heavy on my head.
This one is also a long. The texture's like it's like a little hard to see, but it's kind of like wavy. I really like these because they grip nicely, and they also like, especially when they have patterns, they like bulk nicely without being huge. These are great for half ties and also full. Especially like I love the little fringes. Okay, this one is also long, but it's a lot longer than the other ones. Like it's taller than me probably. And it's also thicker. You can see that it's like a hefty scarf. So I wouldn't really recommend doing this for a chetzi. I feel like this is definitely more for a full. And it definitely gives a lot of volume, and if you want like a bigger look, then thick scarves are good for that. Okay, this is a fancy long scarf, which you could definitely do for a chetzi or for a full. This one's like less rigid than some of the other fancy ones. Sometimes the fancy ones like are more stiff and like are harder to bend. It's just a matter of preference. So you could do both of them for a chetzi or full. This also has fringes, which is nice. But definitely like the thinner that they are, it's easier to do for chetzi. For instance, like this one, when you like put it together, it could get pretty small. Whereas like the scarf before, like even when you close it, like it's still pretty thick. This is a pashmina. It's long, but it's like shorter than most of the other scarves. You can do it as chetzi, full. Also, they're pretty thick, so keep that in mind. If you do it for chetzi, it's gonna be pretty tall and big.
Last two are these pre-tied. They're basically headbands. This one is stretchy and can be put on as a headband. There's no opening. Whereas this one, which people wear often at like weddings and stuff because it's pretty glitzy, is Velcro. I haven't worn this one yet. I don't know how much I'm gonna love the Velcro. Personally, it's gets stuck on my hair. I just don't love them, but we'll see.